Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Wednesday live trading morning session. I hope everyone is doing good. Everyone is doing great. How are you guys doing? Any exciting news? How's trading going? Please let me know on the chat boxes. Today it's Wednesday. After this webinar, I will create the 30 seconds market update. So I'm going to talk a bit about the interest rate, so you can have the opportunity to watch it from the Instagram channel. Of course, for those who are new here, allow me to share the Instagram channel so you can watch the reel when we're going to put it, when the team will put it on the website. So how is trading? Please let me know. Say something. Hi, Sean. Hi, Oliver, Cherry, Rumen, HV, everyone, Gyro, Joes. Guys, if you don't know yet, and if you are new here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Theo, and I would like you to keep an eye on the podcast every Monday to download them and listen to them from the website. Here is the link for the website. Hello guys. Hi Liz. And also, if you are doing investing with us and you haven't downloaded the Admiral mobile application, please make so. Or if you are trading, you make sure you, I assume that everyone that watches on a daily basis, at least you have downloaded the mobile application. Please make sure you use it, because it's going to make your trading life easier. Trust me with that. I'm not talking about market analysis. I'm purely talking based on execution, closed trades, open trades. Sometimes from MT4, it's MT5, it's a bit difficult to place trades, so, or to monitor your trades. So with a mobile application, it's much easier. And please, if you would like to read the disclaimer here, it's just saying that CFD products involve risk, and these sessions are for education and information purposes only, not intend to give any personal or financial advices to anyone. So let's share the screen. Here in front of you, you can see this, the link I shared with you guys about the podcast. Here it's the latest one on the 24th of October. I insist you don't need to just play it from here. Just make sure you download it on your device. You have access to the podcast platform, I assume, at least most of you. If you haven't yet, please make sure you download it. That's all right. So what's on the focus for today? Of course, Bank of Canada will report the interest rate decision. They are very bullish. They want to jump to 4%. We see what happened. Australian dollar in the morning in the Asian and Sydney session appeared to be very strong, because the inflation from 6.1%, it jumped to 7.3%. And if you see the graph here, guys, you can see until from mid of 2020 until now, the inflation went 7.5%. It was 7.6%. It was minus 0.3. Now 7.3. So plus 0.3. It's 7.6. And this make it hard for our Australian friends in terms of purchasing consumer price index, let's put it in general. But for the currency, as we explained many times, it works the opposite, and it shows strength in the market. It gets appreciated. The Reserve Bank of Australia, definitely they're going to look at higher interest rates increases. So, and as you can understand, it's a domino effect. So higher prices for goods and products within the country, then interest rates, they rise them to bring the inflation down, so to make them products cheaper for the consumers. But on the other hand, when they increase the interest rates, the housing prices, you pay more money for the same value of the house, because the house doesn't drop according to balance the interest rate. So that's where big problem arises. So let's move on. Premium analytics. I believe sometimes just general process of thinking, if I do it aloud, that will help you a lot to understand more things. How does the economics work? So I hope you appreciate that. Today's top headlines from the Premium Analytic portal. And here it is: Australians, the quarter inflation rocks cautious RBA policy stance. Russia tells UN that Ukraine plans to detonate dirty bomb. Okay. Ukraine presses West for billion in economic military aid after Russian attacks on infrastructure. Intel prices widely anticipated IPO for self-drive car unit Mobily. Sequoia Capital's Royal-off Botha predicts success for Elon Musk at Twitter. Google shares falls as YouTube and search ads take hit. For those who don't know, we are in earnings season. Microsoft earnings fall, stock slides as PC demand and strong dollar hurt sales. And that's all for the morning headlines. Let me read some questions. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hello, Cherry. Can you please have a look on Euro CHF? Thank you. Definitely, Cherry. Are you bullish on the Euro CHF? Some people, from your questions, because you are long enough with me on these morning sessions, I kind of start developing an understanding of what currency pairs are you into, what type of trader you are. So it's good, and I like this, to be honest. MT5 platform, yeah. Okay, so let's start from the US dollar index. Yesterday we talked about this move, and as people mentioned, this is a sideways move, and we had this inside candle, shows that sellers, they maybe don't have enough force to push the market lower after this trend line. And also, if we plot some EMAs, I believe the 20 or the 50 EMA will be below the price, so it indicates bullish. But what can we see in the market? What happened yesterday? The market just sold off, so more weakness in the US dollar, and that's fine because it helped the euro against the USD to push to the upside, the pound against the USD to the upside. Then so everything related to the US dollar, was weakened, and the other pair was getting stronger. So we had the relevant picture in the charts, on the charts. So what can we anticipate today? We definitely, if we see these bearish continuation candles after these bearish engulfings, breaking this support, most likely we can see more weakness coming in the US dollar. So we can say that it's somehow predictable moves can be happen today. The DAX 40, we said that we are in an uptrend on the daily chart. I hope everyone understands. I hope that many of you so far understand how uptrend works and where can you enter. There were multiple entries, and on the 4-hour charts and on the 1-hour charts, if you are trading on the lower time frames, higher highs, higher lows. So Some people, maybe they enter right at the break of this bullish engulfing. Some people, maybe they wait for the bullish engulfing to be developed, and then they enter at the 50% retracement. So there were multiple entries here. Then Dow Jones, we talked about, we took some trades, some positions here at this area. So market, it's still on the go. It's more than 1-to-1. Somewhere about here, it's 2-to-1, the trade. So hopefully it's going to give some good, some more push to the upside. And yesterday, someone asked, I think it was Cherry, who asked about the Dow Jones and the US dollar. If the US dollar, it's gonna get stronger than the Dow Jones, what will happen? And we said that by the time, if US dollar is going to give some weakness, we hope that the Dow Jones can already make its move. And it was good that the Dow Jones made its move and the US dollar got weakened. So for traders, they are in this trade, and I know few of you are in this trade, so it's a good one. All at any moment, guys, please understand that retracements can happen, can occur. And if you participate on the webinar I've done yesterday, and I talked about market psychology, by the way, guys, I will definitely encourage you, if your time schedule allows you, to participate on the webinars I do twice a week about trading psychology. I believe it's a subject that everyone needs to interact with it and get some education around. So the team will upload it today on the YouTube. Please make sure you watch it. If you don't know where to find it, let me know on the chat box below, and I will go through the YouTube channel in a minute at the end of the session to show you where to find it. So as we said, some retracements, they are normal to be happen, but if not, then we keep pushing to the upside. We can just definitely still be a buyers. Nasdaq, we had this resistance here, minor resistance, but it is a resistance. We have to respect it, especially for intraday trading. We don't do anything at this point, but for end of day traders, like daily charts, we can see how the market is going to perform. S&P 500, much more clear right now. We broke above this area, above this neckline of a double bottom. If you guys know about the formations, or if you have the chance to watch the webinars I've done to train you about the price action patterns, this is a double bottom because the market didn't make a lower low. And then this is the neckline. Any move above the neckline, it considered as bullish. And how do we measure it? We just take the distance between here, the neckline, and the bottom, which is, let's say, 24.3, and we estimate 24.3 somewhere here. It's the first target. It's somewhere here. Okay, that's a minimum distance can travel. The price can travel based on this pattern. There are many times there are failure patterns. That's why we put our stop losses. That's why we manage our risk, and we don't just go all in a single trade. So this is a breakout. Liz asked, can you find the breakout trade and explain it, please? Liz, this is a breakout trade. This trade here, if someone bought right here, it is a breakout trade because it breaks out the last swing in the market. When we talk about breakout trades, we mean to break out either the previous high in an uptrend, or in general a stronger point, like the swing points. This is a swing point, so that's the previous swing point. This price action yesterday, it broke above this point, so this is a breakout trade. Now, how traders, they do breakout trading, there is the aggressive way most of the times, and that's with buy stop orders. If, let's say, yesterday yesterday you had a buy stop, the price was just trading somewhere around here, then it was time to go to bed, or you want to just close the platform, you could find this area here, you could place a buy stop order, you could have your stop loss wherever you want it to be. For breakout trading, they put a little bit aggressive stops as well. So let's say the stop is here, just an example. I don't do this trading, but I'm explaining you how traders, they do it. The stop is here, and they anticipate for a break and continuation of the move to the upside. Okay, but what happened with breakout trades? Many times they appear to be as a fake out trade, like this one here today. If the bearish candle closed below this resistance line here, then it's going to consider, now it became, let's say it's a possible support. But if this candle today closes below this area here, below this low point, then it's a fake out trading. Okay. In lower time frames, yes, consider the same example. That's the same in lower time frames, because this cycle here, it's the same cycle you can see in the 5-minute charts, on the 5-minute charts. But on the 5-minute charts, you can see in one day maybe 3-4 cycles. On the daily charts, you can see in a week or in a month one cycle. So it doesn't make any difference the time frame you are trading. Exactly the same thing. If you see, let's go to the 5-minute charts. So you see the market, it's making this formation here. Let's assume that these are higher highs, higher lows, this formation. Now, the price is right here. For traders, they're gonna trade, they're gonna enter right now at this point here, right now. If you sell here, or if you have a sell stop, let's say here, and the market goes through, it's a breakout trade. That's a breakout. Or if you put here a buy stop, let me do it for you. If you come here, can you see this high point, this high point, this high point, this high point? If I go and I do trading buy stop, if the price action push through, that's a breakout strategy. Okay, that's a breakout trade. But now the way I put my buy stop, it's a breakout strategy. Okay. So that's what breakout trading is. And the last question for the S&P, and we're going to move on. Sorry, guys, I took some time to explain about this, but I believe that there are still many traders, they get confused about higher highs, higher lows. So whenever I have a question, I try to explain it. Head and shoulders, yes. PD missed, that's okay. Rumen, you missed it. It's going to be on the recording. You can find it. So now we must wait for today's candle to close. Yes, on technical analysis, we say that for 2 candles to close above any support, it's considered as a valid breakout. So if you are on the 1-hour chart, 2-3 candles on the 1-hour chart are fine. Yeah, that's okay too. On the daily chart, usually 2 candles are fine. Yes, pound, it's on breakout, Rumen. Yep, that's correct. So we keep in mind the weakness in the US dollar, and let's have a look what's happening with the pound and the US dollar. The pound and the US dollar, the pound against the US dollar, it make a breakout out of this high here. So if we buy right now, then where our stop will be. If you buy here and you put your stop there, it's 420 pips. So you need minimum 420 pips move. So you want the price to come all the way here for you to make 1-to-1 in the trade. But what happens with this resistance in a way? We have a resistance in a way. So here, maybe many sellers, they can step in and push the price lower. So because we don't have a clear image at what can possibly happen, then a breakout here, it's maybe not on our favor. I'm not saying it can work out. Definitely it can work out, but considering the fact that from this point previously we saw sellers coming in, is it really worth to take this trade? If your answer is yes, then definitely you act upon it. But for me, I want, because now I see this as a resistance, I want to see the market break outside of this resistance and then to look for intraday 5 minutes and so on and so forth. Okay. So let's move on. Euro US dollar, we said yesterday that euro was stronger than the pound and the rest of the currencies. So for intraday trading, it was opportunities after the New York session, and we saw that the market make this structure here. So some pullbacks, they could be initiated. I wasn't around, to be honest, to take any trades here. So what can we expect here? We expect to see some push to the upside. We have this obstacle here. So for intraday trading, we have to be careful. It looks like it's more clear the USD CHF here, because this bearish engulfing, remember we took this trade based on the weekly price action pattern and chart pattern, because we had this double top on the weekly. So this double top here, huge rejection, strong resistance at this moment. Then on the daily chart, we saw that this strong false breakout, and that's one of the reasons I don't used to take the breakout, because right on the break here, at this point, the sellers, they stepped in and they just say, hey, we have different opinion about this market, and the market is just selling off. Yesterday, we said that if the price will break above and close above this this candle, this high, then definitely we can get out of the position, because the daily trend is up and we don't trade high risk with this market. So what happened here? We just see that the market pushed to the downside, and today with the weakness of the US dollar, we can definitely see the market, in my opinion, to just coming all the way here and retest at least this level if we break below this one today. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. For intraday trading, any pullbacks can be used to initiate sell positions. Now, let's move on. Aussie, super strong because of the news events. So they add value to the Australian dollar. Raquel, Aussie USD on 4-hour chart. Morning. Did you talk about yesterday's PM? Yesterday's PM, sorry, Dorelch, what do you mean PM? Downside reason, please. Yesterday's PM. Aussie USD. Here it's the Aussie USD. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that finally we make a new high here. So we can definitely start looking for, we can go down to the 5-minute chart and we start looking for buys if we are doing 5-minute charts. And it looks like this one also, it's a very clear currency pair. And we can see now we broke outside of this area. We can see the market retesting at least these levels here. Okay, so it's a good one to keep an eye on. What about 1-hour chart? Yeah, 1-hour chart, if we have some pullbacks, definitely we can have a look at that as well. New Zealand, it's right very close to this resistance. Right, this resistance here, so we don't have that much room to move. It's more clear the Aussie US dollar. USD CAD, it's just selling off. So if you see the weekly chart, it has a lot it make an impulse move to the upside. And if we take the fib retracement on the weekly, we can see that 50-60% the price can move towards these areas here and give some of weakness in the dollar. So this also, it's clear for intraday, because the next level of resistance, it's this one here. So if we go down to the 5-minute chart, if we see, it was just a signal right when we start this session. To be honest, we didn't just see it because we have this trend line. The market make a lower low retest, a new cycle, so new low, lower highs, lower lows, pull back here, could be initiate the sell position, stop somewhere here, and then the take profit played out. So now we have to wait for this move, for this price action to pull back again, when it's going to pull back, if it's going to pull back, and then we start looking for short. Because if we just start trying to sell right now, then where our stop will be and where we get out of the move, it's like we don't have indication. And please do not try like other people I see when I used to coach a lot, and I was seeing that very often. People, they enter right here on the 5-minute charts right now. Let's say someone enters on the 5-minute chart and they expect to have a target to get all the move down there. Okay, that's a 70 pips profit. But on the 5-minute chart, you need to set up your stop loss. Maybe the price, it's going to move like this, and then it's going to push the downside. Who knows? It doesn't mean that always it's going the way we want it to go. Okay. And if you're going to watch the webinar, the recording I've done yesterday, I talk about this way of thinking by traders and why do they act this way in the market. Okay. You are welcome, Rahel. Pounds on a breakout. Yes, definitely. We talked about that. USD, Japanese yen, really after this mixture here, and then we expect on Friday Bank of Japan to announce interest rates. It's not something I would like to get involved. It's not clear. There are much more clear pairs. If pound, it's going to break pound, JPY, if pound is going to break to the upside, we're going to start looking for longs. Aussie yen with strength here, but again, it's still around this this dodgy price action. So a lot of uncertain why the market just sell off from here, why the market didn't sell off from there and continue, why buyers they pick up here, a lot of uncertain. The euro, though, it maybe can be a good on something, we will see. But again, we have this obstacle right there. And euro US dollar, oh, that's the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the daily. Come on. Oh, this fib stuck there. All right, better now. So euro USD, euro Aussie, still in an uptrend based on this pattern. However, yesterday we had some rejections around this area. We will wait to see what's going to happen here. So just sideways for now, nothing to do. Unless on the 4-hour chart, we're going to see some price action pattern that indicates that this market can reverse back to the upside, like this bullish engulfing here from this strong support. But until that happens, then we really don't do anything. Aussie cat again on the Aussie is trying to push to the upside. Definitely, we are about to come to this obstacle here. We see how the market will perform. Euro pound, yesterday we had that inside candle. Although we talked about this market, it's in a new downtrend, not very obvious, but we can see lower highs and lower lows. So we see if it's going to continue to the downside. And the Euro CHF for today. This is in an uptrend. We talked about that since early, since this bullish engulfing. The market just gradually it's coming to the upside. However, be mindful, this is an area of possible resistance. Tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, yeah, the European Union will announce their interest rates. So we see what will happen. They expect from 1.25 to take it to 2%. So we don't have any Swiss interest rates announcement. So maybe this can help for a breakout. Here it's another breakout. Where can I find the webinar you did yesterday, please? Let me share. Gary, hello, Theo. On average, how many trades do you get on a daily time frame? Gary, sorry, I just read your message because you put it on the question and answer. Guys, please, for faster response, can you just kindly use the chat? There is Q&A box and there is a chat box. If you click on the chat box, it's easier to communicate. I can read your messages instantly. So I will answer live this question. How many trades do I take on a daily time frame? You mean on a daily basis? Because on a daily time frame, I take trades when they appear. Now, how many trades? Many trades. But if you mean every day, how many trades I take depends if the market it's gonna give me high probable opportunities like the USD CHF. Today the Aussie against the US dollar, the USD Canadian dollar. So these are high probability opportunities. So if I have 5 or 6, I will take all of them. If I have 0, I will not take anything. I don't have a specific, I take this amount, but on average, when I do intraday trading, usually 2-3 trades a day. And but the most important, guys, it's not how many trades you take, although I appreciate your questions, but it's how much you risk on the trade. If I have to take 3 trades a day because they appear, and I know that on every trade on the daily chart I risk 2%. When I do intraday, I never take the same trade, the same amount of risk. Okay, just to be honest, I don't do intraday trading with more than 1% because I take more trades. It's the nature of intraday trading. Sometimes I try to stick to 0.5% on every trade, and that's it. On a weekly basis, how many trades? If the market is active, I can say maybe about 15 trades on a weekly basis, give it or take. But if the market is slowing down, maybe 5 to 7 trades. Okay, you are very welcome, Gary. I hope you got the answer clear. Yes, it depends on yes, it depends on how much the markets are active. Guys, let me share with you quickly where you can find the recording webinars. If you go to the YouTube channel, then here it's Admirals YouTube channel. If you scroll down, you will see Trading Spotlight. You click here, and soon the team will upload the webinar on this area. Okay, there are many useful webinars I've done myself and also other traders here. If you want to watch best trading patterns, the reason you lose more often than you win, it's one I've done, and it's really, really helpful. Trend trading, it's one of the one I really encourage you to watch about trend trading. Key support and resistance level. I think here I talked about the psychology of the levels. I think it's that webinar. Yeah, that's the webinar here, and I will share it with you guys. I will share the link with you. Up. How do I do it? I got lost. Okay, here it is. All righty. And in general, the YouTube channel, for those who want to subscribe, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, it's this one here. Guys, unfortunately, time is pressing us and I have to wrap up for today. So for those who are new here, again, please make sure you stick around and you have a lot of things to learn. For those who are constantly on the webinars, again, thank you for your participation. And as everyone knows here, this is your webinar, it's your time to ask all your questions. And the purpose of this webinar is to help you become the trader you want to be. So be mindful with your risks today. There are interest rates events in the market. Please make sure you listen to the podcast. You're going to understand the value when you hear the podcast and when it's time to do trading market analysis with me or by yourself. Okay. And don't forget, today we will upload the 30 seconds market updates, and I'm going to talk about in 30 seconds about the interest rates, what's going to happen in the market. So you're going to just, you're so lucky you have someone do all the job for you. I would like also to sit there and someone do the job for me. I'm joking. All right, guys, have a lovely day ahead wherever you are in the world, and I will see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.